So today's video is going to be about addictions, anxieties, laying down and rotting, and boomers. So first, let me start off with boomers. I got nothing against you guys, but I'm getting real fucking tired of just the preconceived notions, preconceived thinking that has been hardwired in their head that just can't seem to break. They just think that everything is just so magically goddamn easy all the time. Like, oh, if you get a job, you got to put your bootstraps on, you got to get out there. And, if you're working at fucking Walmart, everybody's like essentially kind of proud of you, right? If it's a low ended job, just because you're working, people are like, oh, yeah, he's doing his job. He's getting out there. He's doing his thing. Hey, I got nothing against working. But one thing I do have a fucking problem with is somebody that's kind of more artsy, kind of has a more open mind on a lot of different things. I don't want to say free thinker. I think that's fucking stupid. Everyone's been using that bullshit. I don't want to use fucking buzzwords either, right? But boomers, they're on their bullshit. They just think like everything's like so fucking easy all the time. Props to them for the mindset and the little grind thing that they got going on for the past years. I mean, they're really conditioned to get out there and work. And I feel like our generation, millennials, Zoomers, stuff like that, we're a little bit more on board with kind of realizing the bullshit, right? My dad was talking about how 2 people died after retirement from his job, like right off the bat. I think it was like a year later and they dropped dead. And it really puts into perspective, is work worth your mental health, your body, and stuff like that. I'm more so about finding employment that fits your needs. I mean, I'm not in the employment race, so I really can't speak on those types of things. I've dropped out of the race for a while now, but if you're gonna get any sort of employment, try to just save yourself. Just get something, get yourself moving in the right direction possible to maybe do some sort of work you either can maintain or handle, or some sort of self-employment, because it is so easy to just hate your fucking job, hate your life, destroy your health, especially if it's a physical ended job and stuff like that. So it's very important to take these things into consideration. Another thing I want to cover is laying down and rotting. Very common concept of being a Neet. I did the rotting for 2 to 3 years, just laid in bed all day, muscles weak as shit, not eating, not drinking, smoking a bunch of fucking cigarettes. Never got too into vaping, more cigarettes and drinking and stuff like that. Just fucking hating myself and hating the shit around me, and asking myself a lot of the times, like, what the fuck am I in and why am I in it? Like, this world, I don't have it difficult. I have a lot of back-ended issues that I don't inherently like to speak about too much, but I'm getting more comfortable with speaking about them in my videos. But it just feels like every corner you turn is just some bullshit, and that's something that you have to hardwire into your head, that there's always going to be something. It's kind of important to prepare yourself for challenges and the unexpected. So even if you're Neet, it's important to kind of get on the Neet battlefield and realize that everything and anything can happen at any given time. So, you could lose your funds, you can lose your Neet bucks, you could have a severe health problem that's not really covered by your insurance, or the medical industry really doesn't have a lot of information, or they can't give you the proper answers. It's like the shit that I'm going into the past couple years. It was always just some sort of educated guess. Nobody could give me really solid answers. I finally got the diagnosis for it, and I just completely kind of gave up. I said, this is my life. Like, I'm just going to fucking either lay down and rot or kill myself. Like, it sounds fucked, but you just get beat down so much. Your head tells you a bunch of stuff. You just don't see a way out of your given situation. And I'm not saying to necessarily quit Needham, but sometimes you need to change your habits and the way that you do things. And my problem is I do the same thing almost every day. I lean really bad in my computer chair. I got diet problems, eating shitty food just because I want to eat. I don't really care about the nutrition aspect. It's just eating to fill my stomach because I just have all this anxiety and shit. And it's just not good. It's not good behavioral patterns, and long term, it's not worth it. You don't really want that. But I also understand the mindset of when you want to get the fuck out of here, you don't really care what you do to your body, and that's the most important kind of thing to tackle. But I'm not an expert on it either. You know, I'm doing really good for a while, and then I do really bad, and then I do really good, and do really bad. It's just something that you can't really explain. It just seems like a lot of people have a lot of stuff going on, but, you know, they have things to distract themselves, friends, girlfriends, groups, churches, you know, stuff like that. But if you're in Neets and you're really not wrapped up in anything and you're just chilling at home, like, it's hard as fuck to explain this shit to anybody, man. Like, your parents understand a little bit, if you do have parents, but, like, they're just not really on board with a lot of the ways of thinking of our generation, and you just feel really alone. Like, even with your parents around, you know, you just, maybe you're struggling with mental illness or physical stuff or both, and it just sucks, man. Like, the biggest culprit is yourself at the end of the day. You know, until you master that, until you know, don't let the video games run you. Don't let your PC run you. Don't let Needham run you. Because when you get into this mindset of when you're being ran by things, you're a product. You know, the iFunny people. You're a product, but you kind of are. You're a product of your environment, your things, and part of Needham, at least for me, is to unravel my head from a lot of this stuff. But I speak about a lot of this stuff in my videos, but I'm not 100% clean with it either. Every day is a different story for me, and, you know, I have things that bother me that I really sit on, but I've accepted them, and I'm able to kind of move past them and kind of adapt more to the situation, right? So even if I'm rotting, even if I haven't taken a shower for 8 days, and my clothes are sticking to me, and I smell so fucking bad because I'm just so, like, depressed and, like, out of it, and just don't fucking care about myself. And sometimes it's not even really a depression thing. It's just more of a challenge to see how much you can rot because you just think all of this shit is essentially, like, fucking stupid. And that's another big culprit too, is you got to find some sort of value. And that's been a really hard thing for me to do, because I feel like a lot of this stuff here, I just don't really care about, essentially. I care about the important things, you know? But finding that sense of value has always been kind of hard for me. I would say I just value the people around me, you know? That's why I make these videos. I find value in making these videos. Otherwise, I wouldn't be fucking making them, you know? But yeah, guys, you know, just, it's best to stay safe with a lot of shit out here. There's a lot of bullshit. I feel like I've been throwing darts at a dartboard, and you just keep getting beat down on everything, and it's always some fucking bullshit, like, wherever you go. But, you know, I enjoy it. Like, no matter how much I get beat down by this stupid bullshit, and it pisses me the fuck off, it helps me become a better person, you know? And I spent years rotting, years and years and years rotting, just destroying the fuck out of my body. And it's hard for me to even look back at that time, because I don't know why I did it. But, you know, I guess when you're, like, gaming and watching TV and stuff, you don't really realize or care about the stuff that you're doing to yourself. It's more about just survival and getting through your days. If you've never had any sort of, like, depression and stuff like that, fucking power to you, man. Don't let yourself get to that point. Try to think of other stuff. Yeah, like hygiene gets rough. Maybe you don't brush your teeth for like a couple days. Don't shower for a couple days. You're just shoving shit down your throat just to eat. Like, it's fucked up, man. But I feel really good talking about these things. You know, the tension that is just coming out of my body just feels really good to just speak about this shit. And I don't know. I appreciate you guys watching these videos. And I'll probably make another video here in a couple weeks. Just wanted to keep you guys posted on this bullshit. And yeah, don't let yourself lay down and rot too much. Hopefully you got something from this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.